Hi, I'm the Electric Baker, and today I'm going to make a chocolate chip cheesecake for my wife for Mother's Day. And first we're going to start with 24 sandwich cookies. 12 are going to be Toffee Crunch, and 12 are going to be Java Chip. So first we're going to do Java Chip. And we're going to crush them all up in tiny little pieces to make for the crust. Alright. Only takes a couple seconds. And they should look like this. They should look just like this. And then I'll dump these in the bowl. And we'll do our 12 Toffee chip ones. Alright. Cover it back on. We'll press all these up. Again, see the consistency? Push them all up. I'm going to dump them in the bowl. And then I'm going to dump 5 tablespoons of melted butter in them and mix them up. Dump it all over. And find the spatula. Make sure you mix it well so it's all nice and wet so it all sticks. They all get coated by the butter. It smells really good too. Alright. So now we're going to dump it in our pan. 9-inch springform pan sprayed with baker's spray. I'm going to dump it all in. Alright, now I'm going to spread it out. Push it all down. All even. And then I'm going to get a glass. Something like this, and I'm going to push down on it. You can see, let me bring it a little closer so you can see. See how it is right now? I'm going to push down on it so it stays nice and firm after it cooks. You got to put it in the oven 350 for about 7 minutes, I do. And it comes out nice and crispy, and it smells really good when it comes out of the oven. You can smell the chocolate and the toffee and the Java chip. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. If it sticks, that's alright. To your glass, you just got to make sure you get it all nice and firm so when it dries, it'll be nice and firm crushed when it's all done in the refrigerator. Alright. That's how it's going to look. So now we'll put it in the oven. It'll go in the oven again, 350 degrees for about 7 to 8 minutes depending on how your oven is. And then while that's cooking, I'll pause and I'll come right back after I clean everything up. Alright, we're back. While the crust is finished cooking, we're going to start making our filling. So first we're going to start with 3 blocks of cream cheese and 1 cup and 1/4 of extra fine sugar, or you could use white granulated sugar. We're going to dump that in and we're going to mix it good. Helps if you plug it in first. Okay, we're going to mix it good for a few minutes and then scrape down the sides. We'll scrape down the sides. Let's see how it is. Let's scrape down the sides of the bowl here. Make sure that your cream cheese and your sour cream and your 5 eggs are all room temperature, and it helps incorporate a lot better that way. So now we're going to mix a little bit more. Be careful, you don't want to overmix anything. Keep it simple. Don't overmix. That way you keep your cheesecake nice and smooth with no cracks. That's what you're looking for. Alright? Now we'll add our sour cream right here, which is, I use 10 ounces of full fat sour cream. We'll dump that in. Alright. Now we'll mix it up. For a couple minutes and then scrape down the sides. Alright, scrape down the sides. Scrape it down a little bit. Mix it up a little more. Alright, now we're going to add our eggs one at a time until they're all mixed in. First one. Alright. First one. We'll mix it up until it's all mixed in. Alright. We'll add one more and then we'll scrape down the sides. One more. Alright. Here we go. And then I'll scrape down the sides a little bit. Add another egg. Alright. Mix this one in. You only want to mix it for a few seconds. You don't want to overmix for each egg. Oh, sounds like the crust is done. So we'll put this one in. Mix this one. And then we'll take the crust out and let it cool. So, give me a minute, I'll take the crust out. Alright, while our crust is cooling on a wire rack, we'll finish this up. Add one more egg. The last one. And all mixed in. We'll add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Mix it one more time a little bit. Alright. Now, scrape down the sides. Make sure it's all off the bottom so it's all mixed in thoroughly. Okay, now what I'm going to do is add my chocolate chips. I used 1 cup of mini chocolate chips. You can use whatever you want. And I added like a teaspoon of flour to it, so that way when you put it in the cake batter, they don't all sink to the bottom. They stay floating inside the cake when it's all done. So when I'm going to put them in there, but first I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to put them in there and mix these in by hand. Okay. Mix them all in by hand until they're all nice and coated by the cake batter. Again, we don't want to over mix it. It'll cause cracks and it'll fall on you and all kinds of stuff. So in the meantime, that's it. It should be good, all mixed in. You can see the batter all mixed together. And then while I get the pan ready, I'll pause it and come back. All right, I'm back, and I'm putting 3 layers of foil on this, around this, so that way no water leaks inside, because I'm going to do a water bath for it. To me, I think the slower you cook it, the better it's going to come out. So I'm going to wrap the last one on there. I'm going to dump the batter in it. Get it all in there. Alright, looks like we got it all. And now, put it in our pan, and we're going to fill it about 1 inch with water. With cold water. I usually put cold water, about 1 inch of water. That way it steams inside and cooks from the steam. Makes the cheesecake come out way better. That's what I think. That's just my opinion though. Alright, so we got 1 inch of water in our pan. Now we're going to put it in the oven. I'm going to lower the oven though to 325. Alright, make sure you lower your oven to 325 before you put your cheesecake in there. Now I'm going to put it in the center of the oven for about hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes. Just check it, and then once you see it still a little jiggly in the middle, take it out and leave it in the pan for another 5 or 10 minutes before you take it out of the foil. And then it should come out with no cracks. Thank you. I appreciate you watching, and to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day.